I mean, if it's a Marvel-style origin story, how did you end up what you're doing now?
Well, most of my life, let's do the condensed version. Most of my life, I've been a promoter. Started putting on my own nights. I was DJ, putting on club nights, but also then started putting on bands. And I did lots of other jobs along the way, but that's the one that really defines me. I was down in Cardiff, and yeah, that was a big part of what I did. And along the way, one of the things that I did was set up a multi-venue music festival called Soon, which is Welsh for Sound, with my friend Hugh Stevens, which is probably the first time I met Steve Lamack through Hugh. And we put that back on, I think it's 2007 we started. And actually, so that was I'd been a big festival goer, but never run a festival. And that was my way into running a festival. I got a bit disillusioned with music and the music industry, and was moving into some more interested in other areas. I think I was getting more interested in strategy and policy and the things I thought could really make a difference outside of putting shows on. So I sold up what I was doing, I think around 2018, and decided to leave the music industry. And I went off and I learned how to make timber frame buildings, and I learned how to climb trees properly and chop them down, because I'd moved to a rural place. But yeah, found my way back into music, mostly through writing funding bids for people. And that brought me, and the other thing I was doing as I'd left promoting was I'd set up this thing with a group of promoters that was becoming what is now the Association of Independent Promoters. So I was very interested in those communities of people. And that kept me in touch with the AIF, with Paul Reed, who was here. And I used to have a regular catch up with Paul, and I knew he was leaving. He'd been the first and only manager here. We had a little catch up call, and he said to me, "Why aren't you going for the job, John?" And that was my cue, really, to go, actually, yeah, why don't I go for the job? So I went for the job and I got it. Here I am.
Goodness.